I shook my head to try to clear the sleepiness out of me, to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. Me too, bitch. It's already time to wake up. Wait, school. As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of bed and looked at the vanity mirror. That's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek. You had to squint to actually see it. I doubted anyone would actually notice unless they leaned in really close. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and caught the bus to go to school. It wasn't even hours before everyone heard of the news. I was approached in school and given condolences for my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man!
Please come with me. We can have girls' nights and watch movies and throw popcorn at each other, and it will be really cute and possibly end up being gay.
Quit being so sensitive, Naomi. Quit being so vulgar, Suzu.
I mean, Naomi's right. My grandfather did just fucking die.
Oh, man, come on!
I'm sorry, but my
See? She knows about proper public taste.
I'm sorry, Suzu, but my grandpa did just fucking die.
I know how to be a lady. Sheesh.
That's not what I meant. I meant please be more sensitive to my emotional state right now. Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
I know, but my parents want me to try living there as soon as possible.
Still, that's really fast.
It is.
Are you going to be okay?
Of course, haha. But even in the comfort of my best friends, life seemed to keep testing me. Can you guys just come with me for like maybe just a couple of nights? You can have sleepover. Oof.
Hey! Don't go around shoving people like that.
Whoops. Did I strike a nerve, Capini?
Okay, so this is Lizette. Not what I was imagining. I was imagining like drill curls and an Ohime laugh. You mean like I'm never doing that again. Okay, she's cute. She kind of looks like a bitch. Does not really match the glowing description that protagonist Chan gave her, but okay. She let out a small laugh as she twirled her hair around her finger. Lizette, one of the last people I wanted to see today.
It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Oh, Anderson. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, she changed her tune real fast. Does she into me? I'm alright.
Haven't you already heard, Lizette?
Of what?
Her grandfather's passing.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of news.
It doesn't really sound like you mean it.
I do mean it. Earnestly. Why wouldn't I?
Typical Capini. Isn't her family involved with the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right this moment.
Oh, that would be kind of cool, actually. I hope she does that. Oh.
Typical.
I had nearly forgotten the crowd that followed Lizette, which was mostly comprised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. I thought that these were the people who were friends with everyone in school. I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. Isn't that what they said earlier? No one had the slightest idea why exactly they followed Lizette around persistently, but they labeled themselves as social equals with her.
That is out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals.
Holy shit, scandal.
Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in the court with dirty politicians.
What the fuck is happening?
Hey, let's all calm down for a second, alright? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
You could start by apologizing to my friends. Just stop. Stop acting like that already. Like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You already have everything you've wanted, and now seeing me like this, life couldn't get any better. Bitterness seeped into me, and words started flying out of my mouth without filter. Okay, seriously, did I just, like, imagine that a glowing review of this character description? I'm gonna go back and look at the recording. I'm gonna put it here so that we can compare. Endearing balance. charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. These are some really gay thoughts. I think there's some really gay thoughts going on in Protag Chan's mind here. Is this a gay Otome? I don't think it is. It's an Otome game. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lizette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am? I'm sick of it, Lizette. I'm sick of all these charades. I'm sick of you. That wasn't really that brutal. I don't know why everybody's so shocked. Gasps rose from the crowd around her, and I was brought back to the school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. Okay, listen. My grandpa just fucking died, so obviously I'm in a fragile emotional state. My friends were just accused of some pretty horrendous things, and I didn't even call her a bitch. So why is everybody so upset? One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lizette held her hand up to stop her. There was an emotion in her face that I couldn't quite make out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. No, don't you dare pity me.
I'm sorry.
I looked away from her. I didn't want to see that emotion in her eyes when she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must have really taken a toll on your emotions. ...
She stepped towards me and put her hand on my shoulder, giving me a tiny smile as if for old time's sake. Okay, Lizette's generally not that bad, but for some reason I didn't feel comforted at all. Not that I was just angry at her, but the expression on her face when she leaned in close to me contorted into something complex. Something was different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed. Is she possessed?
Well, I'll be going for now. Track meet responsibilities and all of that stuff.
I hope she's possessed.
See you later.
I hope there's some supernatural bullshit. I can't imagine I would have bought just a generic, general Otome game. There's gotta be some is there some supernatural bullshit, please? Something about Lizette made me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? I had never seen her like that before. I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her. I refocused my attention to Miss Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me.
Is everything all right, girls?
No, nothing's all right.
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs.
Suzu, hush! It was nothing, Mrs. Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, Mrs. Phillips.
Your grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies, and the money that went towards charity, too.
Okay, there's no such thing as a good rich person, though, so just jot that down. I know, he was amazing. I really looked up to him, and I want to be as good as he was.
Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather.
Hell yeah, she will. She'll be 10 times better than her grandfather.
Would I? Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me. I wanted to do my best and make my family proud, but to be better than my grandfather? I wasn't sure about that. From outside the school window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to the curb. Undoubtedly, it was my father in the driver's seat. Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow.
Want us to come with you?
Oh, no, it's okay, haha. I'll be fine. See you. Why would you say that? Yes, please come with me. Girls' night, girls' night, girls' night. Oh, I miss hanging out with people. I miss human interaction. Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey.
Oh, you better look guilty. As we got into the car, I noticed my father looked troubled, clutching his steering wheel and staring straight ahead, as if something was really bothering him.
About what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you.
Better apologize.
Does your cheek still hurt?
Yes, it hurts a lot. And I think you owe me compensation. No, it's nothing to worry about.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you. You know that you're my most precious daughter. You're all that I have.
If it happens again, I'll kick your ass. Yet he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt, but I guess even now he couldn't say it to me. You've never told your daughter that you love her? What the fuck? She's 18. You haven't told her that you love her. I turned my head away to look out the window. There was no point in waiting for something that was never going to come. And like that, he started to drive, and the conversation between us ended. I decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were taking the usual route to grandfather's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school district, but it was still pretty far from the school and where our house was. He had always lived alone. He insisted on doing things by himself, even at his age, living in such a large house. I wondered, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounded so lonely and sad. It was strange that he decided on living all alone in his large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us, though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time. Maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually hadn't visited him for quite a while. Visits to his house were most frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up long since then. Last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things change. In the back of my mind, I knew he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever. So why did my heart still feel so heavy? The car ride was mostly spent in silence, till he spoke up again.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope.
You don't get ask me that question. Yeah, I've been trying my best as of so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can,
shut
is
the
it?
fuck up. With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. He always found a way to integrate it whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house.
Oh my god, I hate
After all, you are on the road to being independent now.
I hate you. Yes, I can manage on my own. The usual silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't share the same opinions. One question did linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalant at grandfather's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. Oh, okay, I know I said I wanted some decisions, but I wanted decisions about, like, which anime boy to kiss. You know what? He doesn't get to hide. Can I go back? I want to save. I should have been saving. I'm gonna save right here. Should have been saving. So Dad, about you and Grandpa.
We are not talking about this.
I feel like we should be, because Grandpa did leave us yesterday, so...
I wouldn't care if he had left even long before that. I do not want to hear it, and that is the end of this conversation.
And as always, he managed to shut down any other form of conversation related to him. It was just like what happened last night. I opened my mouth slightly, but I closed it again. It was like talking to a brick wall. It wasn't like I could find out anything by somehow arguing my way through it. All right, then. I leaned against the car door and stared out the window. I really couldn't think. What would this place be like? I had been to my grandfather's house before, but it was one thing visiting, and it was another thing actually living there. How would I manage living on my own without any training to really care for a house? I knew that naturally the bills would be paid by my parents, who inherited grandfather's stocks with the corporation, but I had never lived independently before. Man, what is it like being rich? Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. Though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at the prospect of actually moving into a new place. Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their lives, like being on the road to independence. Can we get to the house, please? But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hoped I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you were out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you'd want to tell me at this moment? And of course, no answer. What was I doing? Searching for an answer in a heaven that would or would not exist? I ducked my head to stare at the blur of trees and cars from the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there at the moment. Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home. Oh, thank God we're here. The car rolled to a stop and I drifted out of my thoughts.
Here we are. Go on in.
All right, tell Mom I love her.
All right.
I love you, Dad. Say it back. Say it back. No, make sure to come by and visit us often. No, I'm going to miss you lots. Nothing other than a blank stare. Man, fuck this dude. I paused a bit before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of goodbye, but he didn't speak again. I sighed and exited the car, hearing my dad pop open the trunk. I saw the 2 large bags I packed last night that were large enough to carry the only things I needed. I took them out, placed 1 bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. I watched the blue car fade into the distance of the road before turning to see my new home. I would be fucking terrified of living in a house that big by myself, okay? I'd be fucking terrified. There it is. It's huge. My grandfather gave me this? It's hard to believe. The house was framed by a set of tall gates, and I hesitantly pushed them aside to take in the entire estate. The house still looked like it was when I last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of intimidating with its size, though if I came closer it was clear that there was more to it than that. The brick walls were framed by shrubbery and lovely flowers, giving it a homey and welcoming look, but in contrast, the tall doors into the house gave me a feeling of grandeur. Who knew what was waiting for me? But I wouldn't back down at this moment. I took out the key to the front doors and unlocked them. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while anyways. That's when I saw them. Are we gonna see the boys? Can you show me the anime boys? What the fuck? What? I'm so tired. Okay. Lying on the floor was a group of men. They were all unconscious, but there was no explanation as to why they were there in the first place. I dropped my bags as I let the door close on its own behind me. What is happening? Where did they come from? Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are they here? What's going on? What the fuck? Some of them had open wounds. The blood was staining the floor and the scent was intermingling with the air. Holy shit, go call the police. Okay, I'm saving again because I'm just concerned. But nevertheless, I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. My mind suddenly went from caring and concerned to confused and demanding answers. Okay, my first thought would be, what the fuck? My second thought would be, turn around, leave, call the police. I don't like the police, but I will call the police for this because what the fuck? Who are you guys? No response because they're fucking dead. My new house is full of dead people. I'll call the police. Still nothing. None of them seem to be awake to answer or respond to me. It seems surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into, but I wanted answers quickly. That was until... Eep! Get away from me!
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
Holy fuck, no. Oh my, he's not even cute. He's ugly. I'm sorry, he's not even cute. I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of my face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and calm about it. Slowly, a desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind vehemently refused. Something is wrong, okay. Go ahead.
Good.
Go. Okay. As he kissed me, I could feel my body go weak. I didn't know why, but that kiss was draining me of my energy, and yet it was so good and made my heart sing. It was a strange and tingling feeling that danced over every nerve on my body. I could feel streams of intangible energy run up my body into my lips. This is so much. This is so much. The escalation here is... I know I said I wanted things to happen, but holy shit, the escalation here is ridiculous. It felt odd, but at the same time, it felt amazing.
Sam, stop it.
The person kissing me, Sam was his name, glanced behind him.
I said stop. Now.
Fine.
Ooh. Ooh, Megane man. He's okay. I'm kind of the salt and pepper look. I'm kind of feeling that. What? Huh? I couldn't tell what was going on. My mind was completely enwrapped by the kiss and my thoughts that melted into the depths of my forgotten memories.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless.
You mean a sexual assault?
At least I feel a hell of a lot better than you right now.
Because you used your abilities on her.
Oh, that's okay.
Sam, you're such a reckless brute. Taking advantage of a beautiful young woman like her.
What is happening?
Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face.
Oh my god, okay. I 100% just assumed, oh, I'm gonna get to this house, and like the pretty anime boys are gonna be like people who worked for my grandpa. They're gonna be like, hey, here's your house. We work here. But no, they just appeared, and okay.
Jeez, you guys. Can we not fight right now? Not all of us are in the best state.
I guess you are right, Matthew.
I agree.
Okay, now that they're all here, I have to say, I'm not super into any of them. Boy band looking fucker with the yellow jacket. It's kind of cute. I like the look of pink vest man, like his outfit, but I'm not feeling the swoopy hair. Salt and pepper man, definitely the highest on the list right now, but he's not, exactly my type. Sam, bitch, who decided to kiss me and use his magic on me, I don't like him. Do not like him at all. Will not be romancing him. And this last guy, just kind of boring. However, as the men got up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once again, only now multiplied tenfold. What?
Huh? Did you say something beautiful?
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. And I exploded. What is going on? Why the hell are you all here in my house? Why are you all wounded? Why did you kiss me? Who are you guys? I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped without filter. It definitely scared the men around me, even the man who kissed me. Good. Fuck him up. Wait a second, the guy who kissed me.
Ouch! What's your problem?
Sexual assault is my problem. What's your problem? You can't just go around forcing people to kiss you like that. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert? It was only a kiss!
It might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me.
What? Was it your first kiss? Ow! Hey! What was that for?
I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles and something out of a fairy tale, but I at least expected it to be more than just something forced.
So it was your first kiss. Stop making such a big deal out of it.
You assaulted me in my home. Are you asking to get punched again? You should at least apologize. That would suffice. As if to himself, he muttered something under his breath.
Why do I always look like the bad guy? Apologies aren't my forte.
You better...
But I'll try my best.
Fuck this guy. I'm not romancing Sam. He is off the table. He is gone.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Was that so hard? Sorry about what?
I'm sorry for kissing you like that. I went too far.
He sighed and ran his fingers through his hair.
I didn't mean for it to turn out that way. It's just... I act on impulse.
You're
okay?
not... Oh, you are not helping your case.
It's difficult to control myself and... What am I saying?
You are not helping your case. Are they... It's okay. I get what you're trying to say. Thank you for the apology. It's not okay. I have not forgiven you. I have not forgiven you. I'm watching you.
Yeah, no problem.
What was that? What was that? Did I get... Was that a relationship flag? No, shit, I should have hit him again. Anyway, if you try to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning. I know Taekwondo. I think I've bickered enough. Time to get back to the main issue. So, what exactly are you all doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
You demons? What? What do you mean? You don't just barge into people's homes.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives. Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
The last time I remembered, there were laws preventing strangers from stepping on private property, although considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. I guess it explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady.
I'm going to
It's
kill
hard to
you.
explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
I barely know Pink Vest Man, but I know that I am going to murder him. Not normal. What are you guys, demons or something? I asked almost jokingly, but the boys seemed to take my question differently. Oh, this is a demon game. A demon romancing game. I think that's why I bought it. Because I thought, hey, that sounds interesting. And, oh.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
We're
Eh?
We're incubi, miss.
Oh my god.
Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
I remember now. Yeah, I remember. It is a demon dating game. ... Incubi? The fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters? The mythical beings who could look like anyone just to get into your pants? The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies or on TV? How many incubi have you actually seen in media? I feel like I've only ever seen incubi referenced in, like, anime Otome games. Yeah.
Hello? Did you hear him?
I did. You shut the fuck up, Sam.
We're telling the truth.
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. It was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist. There was no way they existed. That would be practically impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct plural form.
Don't you correct
and
me.
And yes, we do exist.
Prove it. As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them. Oh my god, why?
Very well. Eric, go ahead.
Very well.
Oh, I hate you.
My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief. Let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it, and maybe you'll even want more.
I'm gonna kill this one. I'm gonna change this story. You think it's gonna be a dating story, but then it's actually me personally murdering all these anime boys. What? Once again, I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face, painting my cheeks red in their wake. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah, okay. With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in a heated, passion-filled pleasure. Yet, I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me.
All right, that's enough.
Aw, very well. I feel so much better.
I'm gonna stab him. As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pool. I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. I think I'm going to...
Where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers.
Oh good, they're brothers.
Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien.
They have... I'm sorry, they have the whitest names ever.
Miss, are you okay?
You tell me.
Shit. She fainted.
I couldn't believe it. Incubi, real. It all spun around in my head until I saw only black. Floating in the darkness, my mind kept replaying the scene over and over again, reminding my body of the touch of the incubi's lips against mine. However, I began to feel the smooth silk around me and my eyelids unwillingly opened. Okay, I'm gonna put this here, and I am gonna call this recording here because it's 2 in the morning now, and I think I've been recording for like an hour, and that's a really long time for a video. So I'm gonna call it here, and I'm gonna go sleep and try not to die laughing thinking about just walking into your new house and, oh look, dead anime boys. Free anime. It's free anime boys. It's free real estate. I'm sorry, that's so funny. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this so far. I'm probably gonna finish playing it, but I don't know if I'll keep recording it. I guess that'll kind of depend on, like, do people enjoy watching me lose my shit over anime boys. I have to say, one, it was a very, very slow start. The escalation was just like literally 0 to 100. I am extremely confused. There was no sign of this beforehand. I forgot. I still don't remember why I purchased this game. I'm not feeling any of the dudes. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if the art style is not really doing it for me, but I'm not. James is kind of cool. He's got that, you know, he's got that mature look about him. I like the Megane and the salt and pepper kind of look, but I'm not super feeling it. I guess I'll have to see how, like, I assume they'll have events and shit happen, but at the moment, not super feeling it. But I'll keep playing, maybe keep recording, and I guess thank you guys for watching this. If you watched this whole thing, you were extremely strong, and I envy your power. I hope you all are doing all right in these very stressful times. And if anyone has some suggestions for, like, Otome-like games, but that have multiple gay options that aren't gross, creepy, like, you know, I'm worried of playing, like, games where you date girls, because a lot of times I feel like they get really, like, hypersexual and I'm uncomfortable. But if you have any, like, suggestions for any cute Otome games with preferably with gay options, but I will also take, you know, super cute anime boys, please let me know. I will see if maybe I can buy them because I don't have anything else to do. Thank you again for watching. Oh, did I just hit the mic? I'm so sorry. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself watching me suffer. And take care of yourselves. I hope everybody's gonna be alright. Good night, good morning, whatever time. I need to stop. I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Lulu playing Otome games. Thank you.